Hey friends, it's your girl Cassandra, and I'm here with another 10-minute takeaway. If you've been following, you know that I have announced that every day this month I'm going to be going live with a 10-minute takeaway. And basically, the whole purpose is to give you a behind the scenes sneak peek on the topics and conversations that I'm having with my real life coaching clients. If you don't know who I am, my name is Cassandra Bellew. I'm a certified life coach and an author, and my passion is helping people to discover what their purpose and calling is and then launching them out into it. We have a special promo that's happening in March where I am combining both of my life coaching tracks. The first one is all about mindset. It's called Your Purpose Activated. This is for the folks who you are terrified that you don't even know why you're here on the planet. You're like, what's my purpose here? A lot of people who don't know what, or feel like they don't know what their purpose is, they deal with a lot of like depression and feeling just like hopeless and things like that sometimes. And, I just love when that light bulb goes off for people. So when they start putting all the pieces together of how God wired them and the skill sets that they have and the things that they're naturally good at, all of the pieces start coming together. And so I love helping people to discover what that is. And then once they do, track number 2. That is our execution track. Those are for the people who figured it out. Okay, I am going to be writing this cookbook. I am going to launch this non-for-profit. I'm going to have this business that does this. A lot of times people are overwhelmed when they figure out what they think they want to do, and they're like, well, how do I get there? And that's where I come in. I bring in my 13 years of IT project management skills, and we take your big vision, we break it into itty bitty small tasks, and we get you on this train to get you from the dream in here to having it actualized here. And so in real life, so other people can benefit from it as well, there is something in you that the world desperately needs, right? And so I believe that with all my heart, and I believe that every single person, God has given you some type of mission, and we want to draw that out and let you do your thing out here, okay? So we've been talking about things the last several days that can kind of derail you, hinder you when it comes to like your purpose and your calling and what you're supposed to be doing. Next week, we're going to start talking about, well, what are the things that can catapult you and shoot you to where you need to be? Oh my gosh, I didn't do my housekeeping items. So quick housekeeping. Let's rewind it. Go out to CassandraBellew.com. Once you get there, there'll be a pop-up and it will invite you to join our email list. So do that. You'll be the first to know when we have any types of sales, giveaways, promotions. You guys will also be the first to know when we're getting ready to do any free webinars. You'll be the first to know when we are opening up the block for clients again. So right now we have opened it up for 5 new clients. Once those new clients are here, we're going to shut it down again, and it probably won't reopen again to maybe fall. So you want to get on that list and you want to be in the know. The second thing, $5 sale in the store. Go out there and get you some tees, tanks, beanies, visors, hats. Once they're gone, they're gone. We will not be replenishing those. We're making room for the new things that you'll be the first to find out about if you're on the email list. And then the third thing is my books. My books are on sale on my site. And basically, you've got Press But Not Crush. This is for you. If you are exhausted, overwhelmed, and you feel like you're about to go and throw in the towel, no, don't do it. Read this first. And then this is like the companion guide, the devotional that goes along with it. So, it's very important that we are not just hearers of the word, we are doers of the word. So when you hear some concepts or read some concepts that can help you out in life, you want to hold yourself then accountable to walk it out, okay? And so I encourage you to go ahead and get those $15 right now in the store. Grab some for you and some friends, start a book club, start a Bible study, and make 2024 a completely different year. Okay, we are not crossing out of 2024 and going, oh, all the things that I know I should have been doing but didn't do. Okay, that is not our portion in this year of our Lord 2024. Okay, so let's talk about unbelief. So one of my favorite stories in the Bible, and this is actually one of the stories that I actually cover in my book, Press But Not Crush, is the story of Gideon. Listen, Gideon is all of us, okay? So we're not going to give Gideon a hard time. We're not going to be giving him the side eye like, Gideon, come on now. The Spirit of the Lord came and told you what, and you said what? Come on, y'all. We do the same thing. So if you're familiar with the story, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're not, jump in your Bibles, Judges chapter 6. We're going to be jumping into like verse 14 and 15 here. So Gideon is at work, minding his own business, threshing some wheat, okay? And the Spirit of the Lord comes to him, and he's basically giving him an assignment. And basically, what is his assignment? He says, go with strength that you have and rescue Israel from the Midianites. I am sending you. So, backstory: the Israelites, they're pretty much slaves to the Midianites. And God is saying, hey, Gideon, I want to use you to rescue the Israelites from the Midianites. Now, listen very closely to Gideon's response. He says, but Lord, how can I rescue Israel? My clan is the weakest in the whole tribe of Manasseh, and I am the least in my entire family. Now, we can try to be over spiritual and read that and be like, oh, come on, Gideon. I mean, God told you. But how many of us do the same thing? We get an assignment from God, or he gives us a dream. He puts a dream in our heart, because that's usually what it's like. There's something you're passionate about, and you're like, oh my gosh, I would love to XYZ, fill in the blank. One day, if resources were unlimited, I would love to XYZ. And then what we tend to do, though, with those dreams is we start disqualifying ourselves. Well, it can't be me because of this. It can't be me because of that. I can't start a business. I mean, I was horrible at math. How am I going to do the accounting and the books? Lord, you can't ask me to do that. Not with this flaw. I mean, I know a person personally who God called them to preach when they had a horrible stuttering problem. And no, I'm not talking about Moses in the Bible. I'm talking like somebody who I know personally. This person went on to, because they were obedient, they started preaching. God eventually gave them their own church. They were a senior pastor for years. And guess what? This person does not stutter anymore. Real life story, real life testimony. So a lot of times we're real quick to disqualify ourselves and be like, it can't be me because... But we fail to recognize that the biggest thing that qualifies us in the first place... I should say the only thing that qualifies us in the first place, is that God invited us to do it. He invited us to do it. So really, it's like you plus God, what? Equals infinity, equals whatever the equation needs to equal. Do not disqualify yourself. If he chose you and he's inviting you, it's a done deal as long as you obey. And so that's one of the things we talk about a lot with the coaching. It's like, if he put it in your heart, let's go. He's going to provide everything that needs to be provided. He's going to pave a way to make it happen. And I'm going to wrap it up with this story that's in Mark chapter 9. And this is a story where this father is bringing his demon-possessed son to Jesus, right? And so he finally brings the boy to Jesus, and he's telling him like, hey, this little kid has, violent convulsions, and he's demon possessed, and the demon's doing all these things. And Jesus is like, how long, this is Mark chapter 9, verses 21. How long has this been happening? Jesus asked the boy's father. He replied, since he was a little boy. The spirit often throws him into the fire or into water, trying to kill him. Have mercy on us and help us if you can. And this is my favorite part. What do you mean, if I can? Jesus asked. Anything is possible if a person believes. Did you catch that? Anything is possible if a person believes. There's so many things in life that are conditional, especially when it comes to things that God invites us into. If you partner with him, if you obey, if you believe. And what is the father's response? We find that in verse 24. The father instantly cried out, I do believe, but help me to overcome my unbelief. Like, you guys, there's the hack right there in prayer. No matter what he gives you, whatever he shows you, whatever he puts on your heart, if he's inviting you to do it, he's saying, basically, this is what we gonna do. As long as you rock with me, as long as you stay with me, as long as you roll with me. So I just want to encourage you to give that eviction notice to that spirit of unbelief, because God's got things for you to do. And 2024 is the year to do it. So click on the link, get me up my link tree, schedule a 15-minute approach the coach session. It's free. Let's talk about it. What has God put on your heart? And how long are you going to let unbelief hold you hostage? Absolutely not. No more. Not this year. Love you guys. I hope to chat to you soon. And of course, I'll see you on tomorrow's 10-minute takeaway.